Absolutely. I signed my dad up.
Especially the ladies.
Yeah, dad had a lady over the other day. He had never had her over before, and it's kind of weird to get to his address because it's like kind of like a hidden driveway. So he has this lady come to the driveway that leads to his farm instead because it's easier to see from the highway. And so he's parked in like his like ATV thing, like it's like I don't know what to call it. It's one of those big, like, it's got a dump bed on the back and a bit and like 2 rows of seats. And anyway, it's like it's a big ATV thing. And he's got all these dogs that he's rescued that people have dumped out. He's literally got like 3 or 4 farm dogs with him all the time, and they live at the farm, and he takes care of them. Well, she pulls up, gets out of her car, and he notices she's slurring her speech a little bit. And he's like, that's never a good sign. Well, sometimes it's a good sign, but probably not right now. That's not good. And right as he's noticing that, two of the dogs start having the most ridiculous dog fight of all time. One of them has bit the other one on the neck, and they've both started rolling like 2 fur balls, just screaming and howling and growling. And he's trying to stop them, get them apart. Well, he was parked right over a creek. There's like a drainage pipe that runs under the road, and he was parked right on top of it. The dogs roll into the creek, and he quickly sees that if he doesn't intervene, one of the dogs is literally going to drown the other one in the fucking creek. And the woman is screaming, and so he runs down the bank, jumps into the creek, and one of the dogs is literally holding the other one under the water, fucking drowning it. And so he reaches down in the water and he grabs
a police dog by chance?
No, that's the one that fucking Kitty's got at her house. I wish it would drown in a bowl. His dog, he pulls the drowning dog up out of the water, and he looks behind him, and she has rolled down the fucking bank, and she's in the creek too now. She was like all dressed up, and now she's like chest deep in the creek. And so he hands her a dog. He's like, here, take this one. And he gets the other one. And they're fighting to get toward each other. And finally, like, he's like slapping the dog around, like, stop, fucking stop. And the dogs stop. So they start climbing up the bank, and it's all, it's Georgia. So it's this red, muddy clay that we have here. It's gross. They get up the top of the bank. When they started this fucking meeting, they've only known each other for 10 minutes now. When they started, they were both dressed really nicely. They're dressed for a date, essentially. And now they are both soaking wet and covered in mud. And she just has made it to the top of the bank to where the road is again. And he starts to like, sort of like, well, that was kind of crazy, huh? And she trips and falls and rolls all the way back down into the creek again.
And now, Three Stooges shit.
Yes. So now she crawls all the way back up, and she's just completely filthy. She's covered in this mud. She's got like creek weed on her or whatever the fuck. And he's like, all right, we've got to clean up. This is ridiculous. Follow me back over to my house. So she gets in her car, and he gets on his little ATV, and he
didn't put her in the bed. She's a mess.
It was her car, so he didn't care if she messed it up or not, I guess. So they drive to his house, and he's like, we got to get a shower. So they both get into the shower naked together. And I'm like, this thing's going to work out nicely. She's like, yeah. And he's like, she's still slurring her speech a little bit, but she seems to be okay. So she's like, I'll wash your back. And he's like, all right, sounds good to me. So he passes her the soap, and she's washing his back and everything. And they're in the shower. And all of a sudden he hears, ting, 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 ting. She has fallen out of the shower, grabbed the shower curtain, and on the way down, she's ripped every shower ring as she fell. Bing, 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 bing. Fallen head first into the toilet, which is next to the shower.
What a careless bitch.
She has fallen onto the toilet and knocked the toilet off of its like base.
Does she have Parkinson's?
Now there's water flooding. Because she has broken the toilet she's hit it at the perfect angle. She's fallen out of the shower, hit the top of like the toilet, and knocked it over, and the water is flowing up now.
How large is this woman?
Regular size. She just hit it just right, apparently.
Okay.
So
it's gracious.
They get out. Still a little soapy, but they dry off anyway. Because goddamn, we've got a new problem to solve. So he gets the water cut off to that. He like turns the knob or whatever, and that's all good. Although now we're down to 2 toilets in the home, and got to keep your eye on this one, and she's knocking them out left and right.
And you got water damage to deal with now, probably.
It's tile floor, it'll be fine. But so then like he puts her clothes and his clothes into the washing machine, and he's had that washing machine for at least 10, 12 years or something like that. It's not like a new fancy digital one. It's the old like crank the knob kind of washing machine. So puts all the clothes in there, grabs her some like pajama type clothes. He puts on some clothes, and he's like, let's step out on the back porch and just relax for a minute. Would you like a beer? And she's like, yeah. So they each get a beer, and they go to the back porch. He's got a nice little back porch area. You can sit in the swing. He's got a little garden out there. The swimming pool's just beyond that. It's a nice little place to hang out.
What's she wearing? His clothes? Did you say that?
He had some pajamas or something. He put it in. I don't know, some sweatpants, a t-shirt, whatever. Well, while he had gone to get the beers, she had started tinkering with the washing machine because she wanted cold, not hot, cold on her clothes. She didn't want them to shrink or whatever.
Oh my God.
This is reasonable.
Because she changed to cold mid-cycle, she has confused the washing machine. When they walk back into the laundry room from like this little back porch area, the whole laundry room is flooded. So is the kitchen. And the bathroom, which is attached. Now the bathroom is flooded again. The kitchen is flooded completely. And the entire laundry room, which is a big laundry room, as big as this whole room I'm in, flooded. The whole washing machine is overfilling. And he's like, the fuck did you do? What have you done now?
I mean, and you know, what you were saying, that's reasonable. I would put to you that it is not. If I go to someone's, let's say I go to Kyle's house or your house, and I fall out of the shower and my head shatters the porcelain everywhere.
That's possible.
You know how many things in your house I'm going to touch from that second on? 0. I'll be letting you guys open the fridge for me to get a soda. I'll be like, hey, Kyle or Woody, do you mind if I grab, now watch the whole process. Pepper, got it, and we're done. Okay. I would not be fucking around with settings
Taylor,
on your.
This is how we use a toilet. Notice no headbutts.
Fall into it head first, outside of the shower. So yeah, like that's totally her fault. You should not be fucking with settings on people's appliances after you do something like that. You should be thankful they're not kicking you out.
Okay.
She spent the night. He wakes up the next morning. Can't find her. Where is she? Where's she gone? He thought the worst. He's like, what has she done now?
She's fallen.
He comes up, he throws open the bedroom door, runs into the living room, looking around for a fire or a hole in the entire wall of the house or a car parked in the kitchen.
A Kool-Aid Man-shaped hole in the side.
No, I took it off to inspect your septic tank.
Or like she's gone to check the attic insulation and her feet are just hanging through the ceiling kicking. It's like some fucking Home Alone shit. But
if she slips on a bunch of marbles and steps on
turns out the bed was just too stiff for her. She went to sleep on the couch. He put her in her car, directed her toward her home, and he has not seen her since.
Oh,
well, Kyle, she succumbed to the full paint can top of the stairs for our home.
She dodged the first two, don't they all? No one expects the third can.
I'm a fool. I was secretly hoping that shared experience was the beginning of a relationship.
He'll keep fucking her.
Yeah.
The man's good around the house, all right? Like, a trip to Home Depot is a little vacation to him. He's going to love fixing that stuff up.
Excuse me, sir. I know more than you. Or
Exactly.
Swanson, yeah.
Yeah.
Or
Hank Hill.
I think they took that right from fucking King of the Hill. But,
yeah, they did.
Okay.
Yeah, is your dad a Hank Hill kind of guy where it's almost like something is broken and he's like excited to get working on it? Because I've always wished I could be that guy, but when something breaks around my house, I'm like, this sucks. I need to call a real man.
It depends what's broken. If it's something with a car, he really enjoys working on cars, and he's really knowledgeable as long as it's not fuel injected, because he doesn't have all the diagnostic equipment to diagnose computers and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
But as long as it's fuel injection, he built and raced race cars for years, carbureted. He built and raced race cars for years, so he's really good with engines, transmissions, and the whole drivetrain stuff. And then he owned a paint and body shop for many years as well. So anything paint and body, he's really good at too. And he taught himself upholstery, so he likes doing car stuff.
Mhm.
I don't
But that
think
around the house shit, that's not titillating him. That's
it's
more-
not titillating, but he's proficient in all of it except for HVAC. We always called an HVAC guy.